Hi folks, and welcome to a video on another brand new robotic pet. So this one, I like it. In fact, it's going to be my Christmas present. Paul doesn't like it.
From what I've heard about it so far, I would say I don't like it.
So we'll talk about that later in the video. But first of all, let's just have a quick look at some info on this. It says, "Hey, nice to meet you. My name is Ropet." Paul doesn't like that name. You think it's totally unoriginal, don't you?
I don't like the whole introduction so far, but carry on.
A cuddly AI robot pet. Now I know AI gets bandied around a lot, but this is supposed to be able to use your camera to do things like identify different kinds of foods and to identify if you're smiling.
Right. How well it does that is another matter.
Yes. I have warm and soft touch fur.
I can see that's true, yeah.
I react to touch, sound and motion.
No doubt.
Now, personally, I'm sceptical about this. I learn from every interaction with you and can build an emotional connection with you.
I'm not sure about that.
Yes, I'm not sure about that either. So some of you may think that this reminds you of something.
It certainly reminds me of something, yeah.
And it's quite obvious to me, and it seems obvious to other people from what I've seen from some Facebook groups, that it's copying Lovot.
Lovot, yeah.
It's obvious that they've used it as an idea for the basis of it, in that it's got the same sort of face, though the eyes are proportionally bigger, and it's got not such a flat face. It's got like a little muzzle on it, like a hedgehog, which I thought was actually quite cute.
It does look cute, I'll give you that.
But it's got the flipper arms as well. Apart from that, though, it is different in that Lovot is about $3,000.
Yeah.
And very intelligent and is capable of moving around a room.
Now, if you're ripping off somebody else's design, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a pile of garbage.
Well, I've always had alarm bells if I've seen something that looks like it's ripping something else off.
Yeah, quite right.
However, when I got Cut Boom, which was obviously copying Mouflin,
they'd done a good job with that.
I was sceptical, and I actually waited till somebody else got one. And I thought, it actually looks okay. And the person that got one thought it was okay. So I got one, and I think as a product in itself, I quite like it.
It is.
It's certainly well made.
The build quality is good, and it seems to live up to what the manufacturer said about its expectations. It's just not as complex as Mouflin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have the same expectations when something is cheaper.
No.
So it's got LCD eyes, and unlike Lovot, it doesn't move around a room. You wouldn't expect it for the price when they tell you what price it is. It goes on to something that looks like Alexa. Its charging stand kind of looks like Alexa. And when it's on the charger, it can move exactly like Ivy or Abby. I'm never quite sure how to pronounce that. But it's like they've copied that as well. But why not? It's a good idea.
I mean, they're good ideas, and those ideas have not been patented. So, yeah, why not copy good ideas?
So when you take it off the charger, its little flappy arms move. But for it to get extra movement, you put it on the charger.
Yeah.
So it can actually sort of turn. And it's launching soon on Kickstarter. I don't know when the exact date is going to be. And it's going to be $169. So for $169, my expectations are not very high.
Yeah.
If it can sort of do the things that they say it can, in the sense that it can tell if you smile at it.
Yeah.
I'd be blown away by that.
I'm looking at that picture now and I can see where they're coming from. Okay, so it's like a desktop robot,
yes.
like Abby and Eilic, but it's plushy.
And
it's got the cutesy appearance of the Lovot. So that seems like an empty niche. It seems like there's a niche there for something like that. That's the sort of they pull things together in an original way.
Yes.
But I'm still sceptical.
Yeah, if it could do that, but if you could smile and you get these hearts in the eyes, that would be a big thing, because we like to smile at something.
We do. Well, I'd be surprised if they can get it to do that. That's
I would, because
probably they want it to do that. But how many software updates is it going to take before they get there? I mean, a lot of products, especially coming off Kickstarter, they say they're going to work this way. What they mean by that is that they want them to work this way, and after about 10 to 20 software updates, they hope to try and attain it, but it's just a target for them.
Yeah. The only thing I know that can actually tell if you're smiling is Aibo.
Yeah.
And you do get feedback when you smile at them, that they're happy, aren't they? So, but I suppose it's a difficult thing to do, isn't it?
For that sort of money, it's a difficult thing to do. I don't think it's a difficult thing in itself, it's just the amount of money.
Why is that then?
I would say it's mainly a code thing. You need powerful enough hardware, but then you need to be able to write good enough code, and it's expensive to write good code. And it's that combination, and I'd put it more on the code than the hardware.
Right. So it all depends how good they are at coding.
I would say so. Yeah, that seems to be the main weakness in a lot of products that come to market, which come with software.
So they've started a Facebook group for anybody interested in this, and when I took the screenshot, it was 56 members. But it's been going up all day because it's up to 65 now.
Well, that's interesting. People want these things.
Oh, yeah.
There are more of these things coming on the market. When I say these things, they tend to be small, like Eilics, Abbeys. People definitely want these things, and it's nice that manufacturers are responding, but they're a bit hamstrung by knowing that people already pay so much.
You missed one out as well. You've got Kutbu and Mufflin.
Yeah, they're sort of desktop robots in a way, aren't they? But you can
take more like pets.
Yeah, you can take those to bed, can't you?
Those are the only ones that are furry, apart from this one here.
But this is a desktop furry one, isn't it? It's like Abby.
Well, it's only partly desktop, because it's also
detachable.
Because when you detach it, it's like to be held.
Is it aimed at adults? Would you say?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And they said that it's supposed to be warm as well to the touch. Well, what do you think about that?
No, it's not going to. There's no way it's going to be heated electrically.
Right.
It'll be warm to the touch in the same way that your blankets are warm to the touch when you've been in bed for a while.
I wondered if maybe it was something to do with the internal battery. Because I remember Leo, the back used to get warm.
Yeah, but it's like accidental, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I would doubt that it uses that much power that you'd be able to feel the warmth coming through the insulating fur. It'll feel warm to the touch because fur is warm to the touch. It insulates your body heat, doesn't it? That's one of the things I don't like about the ways in which these products are sold, the way they talk about them. They're very misleading. They're overhyped.
Yeah.
Which is for me, I find it a shame because some of these things are okay, but they certainly don't get anywhere near the hype most of the time.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can't expect that much for $169, can you?
No, you can't.
I am curious, though, if you have managed to get any identification with the camera. It's a very unusual thing. I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
To say, we've got it to identify 200 different kinds of food. It's like an odd thing to try to do.
Well, the price point of getting these sorts of abilities, which are impressive, is coming down all the time because the technology, you're getting more technology for your money. They can buy more powerful processors than they could do, say, a year ago.
Yeah.
For the same money.
So it says built with advanced AI.
I would doubt it.
So you wouldn't call well, I suppose it's not like this identification isn't AI, is it? It's like more just coding, isn't it?
It's just it's just an overused term, isn't it? So it becomes meaningless in the end, the way it's overused.
That really made me laugh. The insides of Ropet. I really do not understand why. It's probably a Chinese company have put money on it. But why do they not consult someone whose first language is English?
Yeah, it's too visceral.
Because it says straight away,
it makes you think
you don't want to say that. This is what that means in English.
It means blood and guts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why they don't consult somebody whose first language is in English.
I think also the Ropet. I consider Ropet as a naff name, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like rope. It's got the word pet in, which is too obvious.
Ropet is like a small rope. So anyway, we've got a diagram. So we've got a microphone.
Yeah.
A high definition camera. 2 stepper motors.
Now that's interesting. You don't often get stepper motors. It's mainly servos.
Yeah. Why? So why do you think they've used stepper motors?
They tend to be smoother, I would say, stepper motors. From my experimentation with them, they can be a lot smoother than servos and quieter.
Right.
They can be more positionally accurate as well, but they tend not to have the torque.
Well, maybe it doesn't need the torque.
Maybe it doesn't, yeah, and it could work much better with stepper motors than servos. So that's very interesting.
It's a positive.
Is the camera high definition, or is it just a camera? We don't know.
And it mentions there that it's got magnets. Or is that 4 magnets? Why does it say magnet and then star 4? So
it's 4 magnets because it's the LCD. It says it's star 2 eyes, isn't it? So it's got 2 eyes. So why 4 magnets?
Oh right, yeah.
Are those 4 accessories to hold it on the head? I've seen it dressed up earlier on in hats and scarves and things like that.
Could it have anything to do with the going on the charger? Because you know,
like Abby self-locating with magnets, which does work very well. Yeah.
And seeing as they seem to be copying lots of things
yeah.
for robots, maybe they think, take that ID, that's good, so we'll use that.
Maybe
that ID.
Maybe it's self-location with the charger. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It looks very lamb-like on here. The grey face and the white fur. You can get a range of different colours.
The eyes look particularly good. If they are LCD eyes and they do look like that, they're particularly good. But do they? Is that just an artist's rendition?
Yeah. We will see. And then we've got this diagram of the back, and that's showing the 4 touch sensors. What's an IMU?
I think it might be inertial measurement unit, which is generally a gyro and an accelerometer to detect various types of movement and twist about an axis.
And then we've got a little chart here telling you some information about it. So it weighs 600 grams.
It's quite hefty then, really.
And it's 14 centimetres by 15 centimetres by 14 centimetres.
It's bigger than I thought, just looking at the picture.
And then it says touch sensors 4, and charging time is 30 minutes, and for that you get a running time of 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when you take it off the charger, so obviously it will move on the charger, because like Abby.
Like Abby, yeah.
It has 3 degrees of freedom. So is that counting like the movement on the charger?
Left and right twisting, sort of up and down looking, and maybe counting the flippers as well.
I'm sure they'll count the flippers. It's made of ABS and polyester.
Yeah, okay, good quality plastics.
It says it uses a wide angle camera.
Yeah, most of them do when they're on robots and they're looking out at the user. They've got to take in, I think, both the IBO, the Abby, and the
Luna?
Luna, yeah, they both use wide angle. All three of those use wide angle cameras, yeah.
Lithium-ion battery, 4,400. What is this?
Milliamp hours. No, that's a
it.
high capacity.
And then you've got an LED rim. That'll be on the charger, just like Abby again.
LED rim.
Yeah, you've got like a coloured LED light on the bottom of the charger.
Sort of like eye candy.
So you're not convinced on this one?
Absolutely
Warm and
not,
soft
no.
touch.
No.
Ropet has soft touch fur and maintains a body temperature, the same as human temperature.
No, I think that's absolute garbage. I think it's you may as well say that about your teddy that you take to bed.
Yeah.
It's a plushie, of course. It'll warm up at your body temperature. As long as you're hugging it, it'll maintain that temperature.
These are all the different variants. I know you probably think this is a load of rubbish, but a lot of us that like to personalise our robotic pets like this. We like to be able to choose different colours, so they're just not all exactly the same. And you can also use the app to choose the eye colour.
I noticed there are some with teeth and mouth and
those
eyebrows
are just little add-ons.
Oh, those are things that come.
Oh, that must be why it's got the magnets. So I'll tell you something else that's magnetic.
Yeah.
iLeak. In fact, I think iLeak was the first thing that I saw use magnet
it
for holding
whole things. That's true enough.
Yeah, and I know that we had sort of discussion together a while back saying, magnets are so good, I can't understand why they're not used more often, but they are being now.
Yeah.
A great way to temporarily fix something
if you
together.
Like personalising your small desktop robot, and it's got built-in magnets behind the face, and you can have it's got their little mouth, teeth, noses, and you can stick them on, and that's quite okay. To me, even to me, that's okay. Yeah, to play around like that.
Life simulation. You can tease. Not quite sure what that means in this context. Groom. Again, I wouldn't have thought you could groom it. And teach, I doubt that as well. Ropet would be your real pet.
But
But for what? Ropet loves food. He can recognise over 200, I think it's a different foods.
Oh, I see. So he's getting a picture of in his eyes of the banana because he's recognised it. So does he have a Wi-Fi connection back to a cloud AI, or is all this done internally?
Well, we don't know yet until we see the Kickstarter. I don't know. This
is just a wish list of things on their part of what it'd like to be. There's probably not one even being made yet. Is that right?
I think they've got prototypes.
A prototype.
It's interesting that they've tried to make it recognise something or toying with that idea, because it's an unusual
that
thing.
reminds me of the rabbits, the Rabbit R1, and you can take a picture of something and ask what is it, or in fact any AI on your phone, what is this, and it will identify it.
Oh, so do you think they may be using something similar to that?
I would think so. I don't think you could do that purely on hardware inside the. I think it needs a connection back to a cloud-based AI of some sort to do that.
Oh, that's interesting. And then it says Ropet needs your attention, and when you stroke it, it'll show happiness through its eyes. But it also says that when you smile, it makes it happy and gets these hearts in its eyes. So I wonder if that'll actually prove true.
I don't know. It's certainly possible. Yeah.
But I think it's quite a potent thing if they've managed to do it.
If it can identify a smile on your face and it can respond without a huge lag, I think that would be a potent thing. I think you're right.
Ropet may fall ill. Now, this reminds me of...
Tamagotchis.
No, Pleo was what I was thinking.
Oh, I remember you didn't like that aspect. Yeah, it's quite disturbing to have something become ill if you don't give it attention for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe a positive take would be to just show happiness when you are there, but not to fall ill and unwell in some sort of electronic way.
Well, I suppose it depends how much it takes you to sort of make it well again, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't have to stroke it much and cuddle it much.
You mean maybe if it just shows a little bit of unhappiness or distress, if you've been away from your desk for a couple of hours and you come back and it cheers up straight away.
Yeah. The thing about the RB Pleo was it could get really depressed.
Yes, I remember.
It was like right over the top.
And it would take ages to get it back to a sort of emotional health.
Yeah. The old Gobby wasn't like that.
No.
They got a better personality, I think. But I couldn't cope with this Pleo getting depressed. I take this with a pinch of salt. Ropet has personality. And they develop different personalities. Doubt that very much for $169. Only thing I've known that has a definite personality that really does develop, and you can see straight away that they've got different characters as an IBO.
Yep.
But then you're paying $3,000 for it, so you would expect more from an IBO, wouldn't you? But I really do take that with a pinch of salt. Personally, I can't see it. Not in something this low value.
I agree with you.
And then I personally don't like this aspect, but I know some people like this sort of thing, that when you interact with it, it unlocks more eye colours. I'd rather just have the eye colours that I can choose from. But I know some people like that sort of stuff. Some folks like to have a reward for actually caring for it.
Yeah.
And then just finishing off, we've got Cuddly and Smart, Warm and Soft Touch, Animated Eyes, says it dances with music, and then it says AI enabled chat. I did read something about this elsewhere, I can't remember where I saw it, but they said that you can talk to it and it talks back to you
like Luna
in its unique language.
Right. Okay. That could be good.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. I like that sort of thing.
Yeah. So I mean, overall, I suppose I'm sceptical about this. Not too scornful, I hope, because I am pleased that a lot of these small desktop robots and pets are being produced now.
Well, that's the thing, you see. I feel like I want to support things like this because I want companies to be encouraged to see there is a market, people waiting for this stuff. And when something's not too expensive, it does make me more likely to think I want to support it, I want to try and send a sign, you know, that there's a demand for this sort of product. And it's also very cute, and just the fact that it looks cute, it can get away with a lot.
Yeah. So I hope my scepticism in the various areas that I've mentioned is proved to be wrong.
Well, I think they're overhyping it. I mean, there's certain aspects, and I think, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe it's going to develop a personality. I think the heating thing, it's not going to have heating. I doubt that very much.
I've never known anything with any toy with electrical heating yet.
The only thing that really did have heating was Lovot.
Yeah, but then Lovot was large and it probably carried big batteries. The lithium-ion cells just don't have the energy capacity to supply electrical heating without being run down very quickly.
So I think they're exaggerating some things. However, I'm very interested in this business of identifying things, particularly a smile. If the voice is nice and you're using the microphone and they've got a program running where you can talk to it and it chatters back to you, I'd love that, because I've always loved that in toys.
Yeah.
And I love the styling. I like that they've taken some good ideas, like the use of magnets, like this idea with the Abby where you put it on the base and then it gets the extra movement.
Yes.
So I like all those things as well. So I'm not expecting the Earth, and I'm not expecting it to do everything that they say, but as long as it does some of the stuff reasonably well, I think I'd be happy for $169.
Okay.
So folks, what do you think of this new robot that's coming out? Let me know in the comments. Don't know exactly when the Kickstarter's going to be, just say soon. But when I hear about an update on it, when it's going to be, I will let you know. But that's it for this video, folks. Thanks for watching as always, and hope to see you next time.